Another modification of the Behringer PMP4000 or 6000. I have a 6000. This is 4000. I'll do it on both unit. So the thing is that these powered mixer, they have two fans. One bigger one to cool the amplifier, and then a small one here to cool the power supply. So power supply is here, blowing air into the box. The issue is that the fans are relatively noisy. If you use it outdoor, it's perfectly fine, but if you use it at home, you might feel it's a little bit noisy. So later on, I will show you the comparison of the noise after I did the modification. So the way I did the modification is use a little switch. So this is, you see, it's kind of it's called dual switch with 3 positions, right? Middle, left, and the right. So middle, basically the middle terminals connect to nothing, and left to the left terminal, and right to the right terminal. So the reason I have 2 of them because I have 2 fans. I'm going to put in series a resistor to each fan so that we can lower the speed of the fan to make the noise a little lower. So then you have 3 positions. One is with the full speed fan, right, the original configuration, and one is a slow speed fan, which has a series resistor, and then in the middle point, there's nothing connection. Basically, the fan doesn't run at all. So I think in general, I prefer the low speed, but it's significantly reduced the noise. If you like, and for instance, if you only use it as a mixer instead of an amplifier because the power consumption is low, you can put it in the middle position to turn off the fan out totally. Or if you use it outdoor for full power, you want to just switch to the full fan speed. So this little switch will allow you to do that. And I'm going to drill a hole here to mount the switch there. And then the resistor I pick are 2 resistors. One is, I believe this one is 100 ohm resistor. You can see it. Yeah, 100 ohm, you can see it. So the 100 ohm, because the smaller fan consume only 0.1 amp, also 100 milliamp. So I use the 100 ohm in series for the smaller fan. For the bigger fan, because current higher, I use a smaller resistor. This is a 50 ohm. By the way, these are 5 watts. You can use 5 watts or 3 watts. Either way should be sufficient. This is the 50 ohm for the bigger fan, because the bigger fan consume about 200 milliamp, 2 times of the current. So those 2 resistors will reduce the voltage to the fan from 24 volts down to 14 volts also. So about 10 volts drop on the resistor, on each of these resistors. So that should lower the fan speed significantly and make the noise much tolerable, or even inaudible, I would say. Later on, after I install it, I will demonstrate the noise level. So now I just solder the resistor basically to the outer pins, right? 50 ohm, 100 ohm, and then put the fan to the middle pin and the input to one of the the upper pin or the lower pin, either way, basically will help you to say select with or without the resistor in the power connection. So the back panel is a sheet metal, should be relatively easy to drill, not very thick. So I would do with 2 steps. The first one use a smaller drill. The actual size of the switch is about a 1/4 inch, so this is a 1/4 inch drill. So I would do it after drill. The small drill help us to find the location. And the location I find is right in the middle here, like the labels crossing here. There's a black space here. So I just use this space to drill the hole. Careful, don't damage anything. Okay, almost through here. So just be patient, find a good drill bit. Okay. By the way, when you do this job, you definitely want to remove the cover, everything, right? So you can have clear view, recess the top panel. Now let's switch to the bigger side drill. The final drill size, about a 1/4 inch. So this is a very typical switch. So you can buy it. I bought it from DigiKey. You can buy it from anywhere, Amazon or eBay or wherever. So when drill this one, need to be careful. Don't drill too hard because the torque issue, right? You need to use your hand to hold it. Drill slowly and observe. Hold tight. When it almost through, don't press too hard. Little by little. It's almost through. So don't push hard. Otherwise the fork may be too long. Maybe heating up a little bit, so don't be no rush here. Give it a little time to cool. Now it's through. And then clear up. So now we first solder the 2 resistors on. And then solder the wires onto the switch. Let me do it offline and show you later on. So the 3 positions again allow you to choose the operation mode, right? Full fan, we do kind of outside application, right? You need full amplifier. Stop, when you use it for mixer only, you don't necessarily need a power amp for the speakers. And then the slow mode, slow fan mode, very quiet at home. You can still use the amplifier at, say, low and medium power, where at home is sufficient. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching.